I don't
So
know.
this is gonna be one of them random ones, right?
It could be
It's just gonna be
random.
like,
I mean,
yo, how come I can't?
guys, this is the Unnamed Podcast. Thank you for thank you guys for listening in on this. This is your boy, the man of the hour. Yo, tell me why my microphone that I got. See, I was about to go into a whole little spiel. I was about to cut a promo, but I gotta buy a new mic because the mic that I have is basura right now. Like it's so broke down.
What does that mean?
And trash.
Like Chinese food?
Yeah, it's trash.
How's it trash? They're not trash, my friend.
What is this thing streaming?
Wait, you got... It
says I'm on air, but...
people hear?
I don't know. Yeah, oh, yeah, we're
so
on.
Videos,
we're on.
Man.
Yeah, we're on.
Trying to look for content. Trying to think.
Listen, man, there's more than enough content. Listen, what do you want to talk about?
About how bad WWE is right now?
Okay, you go into your rant about how bad WWE is. Because I don't think WWE is bad.
You talk about Donald Trump? Or
Who, your favorite president?
There's nobody here. I don't see anybody here. It doesn't say anybody's in here. We by ourselves.
It's one person. Just
what
relax.
is that coming down the ring?
What is that coming down the ring? Somebody who has more talent in his pinky finger than you have in your entire body.
Oh, really? Oh, he's got something.
The kid from Florida. Okay. Yeah, this is the Unnamed Podcast, so if you have questions, definitely give it to us.
What is that? Captain Climax?
Really?
The hell?
Cut it out.
What is this? Is this a live sex show on YouTube?
Cut it out. It's not a sex show. Why would it be a sex show? That's real. Come on now, two guys within a sex show. That don't sound right. It doesn't sound right. Let's keep it fun.
Oh, how do I know it's you guys? Is that like what is that? The South American title?
No, that's the IWGP Intercontinental Championship.
I really think what we should do though, seriously, is we need to start our own little organization type thing on there and post it up there and have our commentary, our people, me and you, kind of troll in the ring while the match is happening and interfere and basically like I don't know, who's gonna lose, and like if you screw up too much, a guy gets DQ'd, I win, you know what I mean, something like that. I think that'd be pretty fun.
I don't know about that, my guy. I truly do not know about
that.
Be Listen, that online stuff.
That's supposed to be Adam Cole?
Yes, that's supposed to be Adam Cole.
Yep. Adam Cole, baby!
Well, he's going to be in the next one. I'm pretty sure of it. Yo, there's something I want to talk about for WWE 2K19, but I don't even know if I can. Are you looking for any talent for Universe mode? Maybe. It all depends. They have to be real people. So if they're real people, then yes. But there's something I want to say about. There's something I want to say about WWE 2K19, but I don't even know if I can. Like, I want to so badly, but I can't say. I don't know if I can say it. I gotta ask permission. I gotta ask permission. I wish I could. I don't know if I can. That's the funny thing. Like the funny thing about do not know if I can say what I want to say. But it is what it is.
Oh, wait, do you know stuff? Do you know something we don't know?
Yeah, I can't. Amazing? See, that's the thing. It's like, I want to say, but I can't.
Why are they still making a new game? Why are they making a new game? Why can't they just add people?
Yo, you want to hear something crazy?
People in there.
You want to hear something crazy? No. Listen to this. This is something that I was actually, that I stumbled upon, is that game companies that's doing sports games, football, basketball, soccer, that they're going to do, that they might do a subscription-based style now, where they won't come out with a new game every year, but you're paying a subscription fee to get the updates. Is that something that you think would be a good idea?
Oh, yeah.
A subscription-based game.
A subscription-based game?
A sports game.
Well, I mean, I play DC Universe. I pay $15 a month. This game they keep adding stuff, dude, and it's worth it. They keep adding stuff.
But
Even if you don't play for a while, doesn't matter. The same. It's gonna work the same. Content doesn't expire. If I didn't play this for 6 months, I come back, dude, I'm gonna have a shit ton of stuff. And for $15, that's a good deal.
Okay, but we're not talking about like
DLC is like $30 or $40.
We're not talking about MMO. We're talking about a sports game.
Yeah, a sports game. Yeah. Because then this way they'll have updated rosters. I mean, I'm sure they can't charge a lot. I mean,
What's an
personally,
acceptable price? Like per
honestly,
month?
$5 a month, $5.
Hold on. Let me see what that is.
$5 a month. I would say that would be really good.
Okay, 60 a
You
year.
know?
That's not bad, actually. That's actually not a bad price. $60 a year for a sports
Yeah.
game that is constantly updated. You no longer have to buy another one. You can just get it, the initial purchase, which is 60. Wait a minute,
Well, but
though.
how
Yeah.
can it be updated throughout the year, though? No, how could you charge a monthly fee if all they do is update the roster? All they need to do is
Well,
update the roster
modes,
once a year.
modes, gameplay.
Who cares about modes? Modes. Okay, look, this is a bullshit. And anybody listening to this, eat a hard dick and choke on it because you know what? I don't
Wow,
want to play
this is what we're doing.
arcade. I don't care about no. Dude, I don't care about Madden, card, this and this. People who can't play Madden Ultimate. People who can't play football, play fantasy football. Look, I want to play a football game like me and you. We put it on normal, we put it on regular, and we play
There's a
5 minute
game mode
quarters,
called regular?
just like the good old. Well, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. We put it on the normal, not the easy. We put it on normal mode, because the game figures out how you play, so it plays against you and it gets harder. It's called AI, people, and I just want to play football. I want to play it whenever. And like right now, why can't Madden just update the roster now? I'll pay $5 a month for that. I don't care. But to update the roster, and then this way, $5 a month, meaning update the roster. As soon as they sign somebody, put it in there. I want to use them
But
now.
what? Okay,
Click.
but
It's updated. Done.
you're
That's
paying your
cool.
initial. You're
That's
paying the
cool.
initial $65 for the game. Okay, and then after
Huh?
that, you're paying
$54.19.
$5 per month. So what do you
Yep.
want to maintain that reasoning of
Well, it
you
should
paying
be.
$5 a month besides rosters?
Well, it should. It should really only. Well, what else are you gonna do? A sport is a sport.
Okay,
If you're gonna jack it off left and right, they should have different. No, they should have different versions of subscriptions where you play the game and they keep updating the game or change the game. And here's what you do. In the off season, $5 a month gives you the updated roster. Like, oh, they just signed this guy or they just signed that guy. And then for $10 you get the extra this and
no,
this. For
see that's too
$15 you
much.
get the extra this
No,
and this.
no, no. Because now
Because all you
now
need is the
that's just
roster.
no, you don't.
No.
Listen, man. Okay,
What?
regardless of what you may do with the game, there's other people who enjoy other game modes than just one-on-one online. Like some people, like okay, I'm gonna speak for Madden first. I'll do Madden first. People play Madden Ultimate Team. I don't like it. I don't like Madden Ultimate Team. I find that I don't know. I just don't like it. I would enjoy creation aspects, like ad creation aspects, update like custom jerseys.
What?
Just listen. My goodness.
But sports games aren't wrestling, dude.
It's not, but I like the creative aspects. Like maybe I want to make my own team. Instead of having the New England Patriots, maybe I make my own team for Connecticut. Okay, but
Oh, your
listen.
own universe? But that's just a regular game. Why
No,
would you have a
but listen,
subscription for that?
you're not listening though. See, this is what I'm
I'm
trying.
trying.
Listen, so what I'm saying
You told me to
is,
be real, man. I'm being me.
all right, you're being real, but listen. So not even only the creation aspect, but add like Super Bowl teams. You know what I'm saying? Where they say like, let's say every month you add 2 Super Bowl teams, or a great team that made it far in the season or had a great season. Um, do like Northeast best football players, Southeast best football players, NFC greats, AFC greats from 1980, 1981. Like add stuff like that. Add the ability to make a more in-depth franchise where, like, let's say you choose to be a coach, and be real about it. One of your players get into some trouble, and
Oh, you want no, that's a whole new game in itself.
no, but you add
You
it.
want
Why not?
well, because I don't want that. Why should I pay more or have issues or lag or this?
No,
You
not
don't understand.
lag.
The
I'm
more stuff
talking
you have
about
in the game,
franchise.
the
That's
more.
not playing online. That's playing by yourself. Let's say you wanted to do
But
that.
it's still.
But you want to have complete
It's,
control. You want to have that random, like when they get in trouble with the law or something. It don't have to be in depth, like he knocked out his girl on the elevator or something. It could just be like
why not?
Come on now,
Why
EA would
not?
never
Ray
do
Rice should
that.
get paid for that.
No, they would never do that. I
They
would
have a game. It's called Def Jam. Okay, you want that Def
fight for
Jam?
New York.
Def Jam. No, Vendetta. You get in the elevator and knock a bitch
No,
out.
Fight for New York was better than Vendetta.
Well, whatever. Whatever. The last one was a good one. Yeah, you
Fight for
got
New
DMX
York.
beat up on Jay-Z.
No, was it Vendetta?
Yeah. I
I
don't
don't
remember, dude.
know. That was supposed to
They
be
both sucked.
WCW
One of them was
Mayhem
good.
Part 3. I mean Part 2.
Wow. Well, you know what though? Honestly, when it comes to sports games, I think that's retarded. I think they should update the graphics. Just update the game every 3 years. Charge us $79.99.
No, they gotta
And
update
that's
the
it.
game
And
every
keep the
month. Like there's stuff always happening in sports.
rosters.
Not only
They do the
roster.
roster.
Why
A
would
guy
you
gets
pay
a guy gets on the
$5 a
keyboard.
month
Done.
just for a roster update? Why would you do
No,
that?
I'm not. No, dude, I'm not talking about that. Like game modes and subscriptions. That's stupid. I'm talking about like $5 a month from the time the Super Bowl ends until preseason. This way, you could get the updated roster with the accurate stats. Boom, 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 and it's all done for you. If someone comes in that's not in the game, like Ricky Williams was in the last year he played, he came back for the Dolphins. He wasn't in the game until after his 4-week suspension. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so we both agree on roster updates. That's literally the
But
only
only
thing
from,
that you
but
want?
only from, because honestly, dude, it's a sport game. I haven't played Madden in months, dude. I haven't played it in months. And as far as wrestling goes, I can see wrestling having a subscription for the simple fact where they add new characters and it's part of the deal, and you just keep getting more and more and more and more, and you can save it to your thing. But see, what they're going to do is they'll tack on something like Xbox, like when you have 360 and you download a 360 game, you have games with gold, you get to keep that game forever. Xbox One, you're offline, you can't play it. It's stupid. It's like, well, why am I paying for this shit? You're saying you're giving me a great deal, but I gotta be online to play it. What if I move somewhere and I don't have internet, or I live out in the boonies and decide I just want to,
Okay, now we're
eat
talking
bear and
about
deer?
being able to play offline. That's a completely different subject as
No, because
opposed to what we were
that's
originally
the whole
speaking
point.
about was a subscription-based sports game.
But that's the whole point. That's the whole point, is that they're going to add all that stuff into it as well. You can't just think about what you want. Then you're going to say, oh wait, but it has this and this. Oh, that sucks. And they will have that. They will have those issues because they'll always add some kind of weird shit in there so that you're forced to be on and constantly playing. And I have to pay for
This
it
is the
now
subscription
because I
base.
have
You
to
ain't
be
got
on.
no choice. I thought we bypassed the idea that you have to pay for internet in order to get these
Because
updates with us online subscription.
No. Eventually, when they stop playing it,
This
like I
makes no
love
sense.
DC Universe Online. No, it does. I love DC Universe Online. I like Destiny 1, not Destiny 2. Here's the thing. I can't play those games offline 20 years from now and just pick up my game and put it in there
Of
and
course
play it and
not.
enjoy. You have to be online. They should make the game where you can, and what you're paying for
But
downloads to your
that's
game, to
Microsoft.
your hard drive, and you can play it
Like
forever.
Microsoft would be able to do that. You should. I think you can play offline, right? No, I thought they updated it to where you could.
No,
No, okay. Well, then we can't speak
no.
about that. What we're speaking about is subscription based online.
But that's my whole point. That's going to play a huge factor.
But
It's
I
going to
thought
play a
we
huge
were sitting
factor.
there talking
People might want to
about
play
the
it later.
features of what would you want in a game, not
But
what if you can't
in
use
but
it.
not
That defeats the purpose of the conversation.
well, in the sports game, it's just I want the updated rosters during the off season. Like right now, we got
Okay,
Amendola, we
so
got
that's
Frank Gore.
one
I
aspect.
want them automatically in my
But
game.
that's one
That's really
aspect.
for
That's
sports
it.
games.
That's literally it. That's all you want. That's it.
I don't care if the guys are snorting coke and banging hookers and
But that's
suddenly
what makes
someone's
it
trying
interesting.
to.
Okay, all right. So when you listen, no, it does because
You're so now your
everybody
black's
now.
coming through, man.
No, it's not. No, and I'm gonna explain why. And I'll bring this to wrestling. Everybody has copied off of wrestling. Everybody now is going into storylines outside of the person's respected sport. They'll sit there and say they do this or they did that or they got in trouble with this or they say they got a rivalry with this person. That is the character that what makes it interesting. Like, okay, NBA 2K. Lance Stevenson is always messing with LeBron James all the time. Like, people remember when Lance Stevenson blew in LeBron James' ear. Like, crazy, little simple stuff like that. Put that in the game. So when people are playing, they're like, oh, see, he's trying to play me and I'm about to dunk on him just for doing that. Like, it adds story to it. When it's just a vanilla, I'm going to score more points than you and play defense, that's it. Yeah, that's fun. But when it's a situation where, like, okay, if me and you are playing, we're talking junk to each other, right? We're not just playing, oh, good shot, great shot. Oh, nice defense. No, we're not doing that. If the game sat there and did that, it'd add so much interest to it. Like, if you're playing by yourself, you're just like, all right, let me just play a quick game of Madden. and
Yeah,
like they had like a mic on the field
I don't.
where the players were like, "Ooh, I just owned you. You just got like." And Sega, oh, I missed that so much. Deion Sanders prime time for Sega. When you used to get sacked, the linebacker who did it, I own you. You lose, Chuck. You remember that? That was so tough because it was like it gave you incentive to say, "Oh, so you think the computer gonna beat me? Let me show you." That's the fun. That's the interest. And yes, you can play with other people. That option is always there. But you also got to look at it from a single player aspect to where it's like, oh, okay, this game is challenging me. It's talking shit to me. Like, oh, okay, cool. Let's
Yeah,
run
but
with it.
I played a Madden, dude. I played a Madden season with you, almost complete season, until I found out you were turning the sliders
I
down.
wasn't moving
And we
no
were throwing
sliders.
we were running 1,000. No, dude, we were running 1,000 yards a game,
I
passing
wasn't
1,000
I
yards.
wasn't
Dude, the
running
sliders were down.
1,000 nothing. I don't know what you're
Because when
talking
I
about.
left, my settings were like, what the hell? Like, computers suck. I'm awesome. See, I can see like with I still think subscriptions are stupid because you're paying enough for the game. But as far as features, I think like with wrestling, they need dedicated servers. They got the fucking
Yeah,
money,
online.
and
Yes, yes.
NBA
If
Live,
it's a
NBA
subscription
Live,
based,
and
they can pay for better servers. So that's there, right? Let's say,
that's not
hold
true.
on.
That's not true.
Let me just say like say
Twelve on
500,000
five.
people. Let's say 500,000 people buy the next wrestling game, or 800,000, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
They can use that money subscription based because they know it's coming in a month. You know, let's say they say, well, you got to sign a contract or whatever for at least 12 months. So they know how much money they're getting, right? They can dedicate some servers to online because they're making this extra money outside of the initial purchase price. So they add that. All right. So now we got online. So now we got online cooking and it's going well. What features do you want online in a wrestling game that will make it worth playing online? Because I tried to play online. There's no reason.
It
Xbox
sucks.
360 had better options for online than Xbox One
Uh-huh.
or PlayStation 4
Uh-huh.
to PlayStation 3. That's something I can
Uh-huh.
agree with you with. I can agree with you on that. That is very true. So what would you
Want the
want?
online universe. The
Yeah.
online universe, but it has to be dedicated servers. Now, see,
Okay,
you don't have
let's
to
get
pay a
past
subscription.
dedicated servers.
GTA 5, dude. GTA 5,
Oh
not as
my
many people play as
goodness.
they used to, and they still have dedicated servers.
Yo, can we stop
Do what
talking
they
about
do. They got
dedicated
the money.
servers and say what you want for online
I told
features?
you. I told you all I want. I want to have on wrestling. I want to have. I want to have universe mode.
Mhm.
I want the computer to decide who the number one contender is, not us. And then when
But
it comes to
no, it has
title
to go
matches,
based on if we
I
win
want
or
no,
not. Come on
no,
now. Let's not
no.
do
Of course,
random.
yeah, of course. No, it will. It'll do it by that. But here's the thing: get rid of leaderboards. Period. Because leaderboards is just bringing all the
Mm,
cheaters to say, "Hey, look at me! I'm amazing. I glitched my way." People used to be able to hack the leaderboards without actually
people will
playing.
never get
Now,
rid of leaderboards. Games will never get rid of that.
anyway,
That's their bread and butter.
anyway. But anyway, with the universe mode, have it where the computer like title matches.
Hmm.
I'd say make an option where you could put the computer could decide what it is. So this way, like you got the title, and I could be like, "I'm coming for you, brother. I'm coming for you," right? And like me and you are gonna wrestle, right? And then right before the pay-per-view, we look at the card. Are you kidding me? It puts us in a Hell in a Cell, and you just suck at Hell in a Cell, but I'm pretty good at it. So you're put on the spot where you're playing something which is more challenging now, and you have to try to defend it in a match that you're really not good in, but I'm good in. See, to me, that would be good, because if you get all these leagues where these guys get these Sharpie tattooed wrestlers, these really god-awful things.
Okay, let's not
Yeah,
get
it's
off on
terrible,
that one.
dude.
Let's not get on a rant on
And
that.
what they do is, it's like they have their things and they decide who does what, who's allowed to have what finisher, this and this. I say let people be people, and let the computer and have a setting where you can either be you could be, because you got a small penis, you could control every little aspect, or you can let the computer control certain stuff and have the challenge where it feels like you're actually wrestling, like as if the computer's Vince McMahon, and the computer could be Vince McMahon or whoever you want to put as, and have different like people like have like Vince McMahon. Jerry Jarrett, Jeff Jarrett, Eric Bischoff, Jim Crockett, Jim Cornette,
Now a lot
Paul
of people don't know
Heyman,
who you're talking about right
and you
now.
can have. Well, then do your homework. But these are all promoters of organizations, or you could create your own, and then those people could be in your storyline where they come out to the ring and they tell you, and while you're sitting there and it says the match will be defended in Hell in a Cell, and you'd be like, yeah. They'd be like,
Okay, so
oh.
so
And
are
then
you looking for like cutscenes with voiceover with them saying this?
It doesn't have to be voiceovers. You don't need voiceovers because voiceovers cost money and this and this. You could just have just like the writing, or even don't have to have writing. You can have like a backstage thing, or it could have like you
Like
don't
a
even have to watch
cutscene
the
with
cutscenes. You
text.
can shut them off. Yeah, it doesn't matter either or. Yeah, because honestly, because you got to pay them for their voice.
Yeah, that's true.
But I
I'll
say if
just
they're
do
in the game,
cutscene real
and
quick.
that's another thing too.
Updated commentary.
Why?
I need updated commentary.
Yeah, and right, and have different commentators for the different shows.
Yes.
Now, here's the thing too that just really makes me mad. Why can't I be Paul Heyman, Jim Cornette, or anybody, Bobby Heenan? And be them as a manager or be them
They
in
gotta
a
sign
ring
a
to wrestle.
Legends
They should
deal.
be in the
They
game.
gotta sign a Legends deal, and they have to okay it.
Well, I'm sure Bobby Heenan won't have a problem with that.
Well, he's dead, so
Jimmy Hart won't have a problem with that. Exactly. So if you put yeah, I mean, just give money to his family. His family don't give a shit. Oh wait, we're gonna get money for him? Cool, sure. And then be able to use them even in rings. So then you can have special matches like they did in the old days, where Bobby Heenan dresses up like a weasel and he takes on the British Bulldog or this, or Jimmy Hart. You know, I mean, just have that kind of stuff. Have it where your manager can hold the weapon at ringside and he doesn't get in trouble because it's your entrance thing that you come out with, but he could just kind of. And then the interfering is good. The refereeing is good. Refereeing has to be worked on a little better, but I also think that's the dedicated servers that's causing that problem. But you need because that would stop it from happening, from it lagging and shit, and you could actually count fair. And just add the stuff in that is wrestling. Stop concentrating on seeing the sweat glistening off of them or the chops
the
left
realism.
on them after their hit.
No, I want some better chops.
Yeah.
Okay,
the graphics
so
are good. The
graphics
graphics
are.
are good.
The
We need
graphics
more
are.
gameplay.
I want them
We need
to
more gameplay.
update the gameplay. Oh, what's going on with the stream? Oh no, what's going on? Hold on.
Did you get booted? Did you get
No,
booted?
it's spinning. It's doing its spinning thing, which is strange.
Oh no.
I don't
Oh,
like
you're
when it
loading.
does.
No, I see everything's fine. I'm watching it. Everything's fine.
Okay.
But here's the thing though. What?
Well, with me, if I'm paying a subscription fee for online or for WWE games, what I would like is them updating the gameplay to change to specific styles. Like Rey Mysterio wrestles a lucha style, or somebody who wrestles a hardcore style, so they're better in hardcore matches than they would be in normal matches, or where a tag team expert would be better at tag team matches as opposed to
action.
But still, like
it's called weight.
But still, what I'm saying is, make it like even Japanese wrestling. I know, but like even with like Japanese wrestling, like make it more strike based. Like if there's not a lot of Japanese wrestlers in WWE. I mean, there's a handful, if that. But I'm speaking like let's say the people who make the game. And one thing that I can say for sure that is a fact: the people who do make WWE games don't only watch WWE. They watch independent wrestling. They watch New Japan. They watch everything, so they know what I'm talking about. I would like them to be able to switch it up to where you can do like what Japanese wrestlers do, where they just go into these moments in the match where they're chopping fire out each other. I mean, like chest red, bleeding welts.
That's where you have to get rid of stamina, because honestly, stamina is stupid.
Yeah,
stamina is, dude. The stamina, dude. If I'm using Ryback and he's beating up Mysterio in 2 minutes, he's winded and he can't even get up, and you can't even do a finisher because you're too tired. What the fuck is that? See, even Black God's got it right. He goes, I would like for rosters and attributes to update like Madden. You don't see players on Madden going getting blown out, running down the fucking field.
But they can automatically sub though. But you know what? Here's the issue that I have in wrestling games. With the stamina, they make it to where these wrestlers have never wrestled in a wrestling ring ever. It's like, how do you get tired that fast? Like, come on now.
Put it where it's like Madden. Put it where it's like Madden. Everybody has a set thing, and then you have it for free. It doesn't cost anything. It's an automatic roster update. And it basically, if the guy's injured, he'll play weaker, and you don't have to accept it, or you can, or whatever. But that'd be for your universe mode. Have your universe mode decide it. Or even just have everybody at a set thing, like the old days, and just leave it. I mean, because seriously, have everybody at the same level, but it goes at the same speed. You see what I'm saying? Like cruiserweights or whatever go faster, heavyweights will work a little slower, but everybody's the same strength. Because people play this game because the Street Fighter games, they come out, oh my god, Street Fighter, oh! guys standing outside with their dick in a hand and pizza in the other hand, like, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna beat it, it's gonna be great. And then they trade it in within a month, and then those games drop half the price because they don't last. So they play wrestling, and then they turn wrestling into Street Fighter. That's what
They
ruins
never
it.
turn
That's why
wrestling
they
into
got
Street Fighter. You're talking about like
no.
360,
You don't
dog. Like,
remember fighting?
no, that wasn't 360. We're not talking about 360, though. You can't
They
sit there
still
and
do
say
it
something.
now.
No, it don't. No,
Look
you
at
can't.
650.
You
Look at
can't.
650's feed.
Can't.
Look at his feed. People
Can't.
sit there and they kick him and wait for him and pick him up and beat him. They don't even wrestle, dude. They spam the punches and shit. That's what I'm saying. They need to just have it to where it's equal. You don't lay on the ground for like 25 minutes. I mean, because honestly, you want to play the game. You want to have matches. I mean, even in 360, we had matches where they would last like a half hour. Even if we weren't cheating, we would do things and we would experiment and learn new things and we'd have fun. That's what they need to bring back. And it's with the roster, he's got it right. Black's got it right. Have the update with their level. If they're the champion or they came out, even if they won the championship, and then their level should go up, and then it would kind of get people into playing it more and this and this. But I still think the biggest thing would be that match. Let the computer decide for like special matches, like if it's a grudge match or this match, or they see that someone's been wrestling for a long time, call it a rubber match. Let the computer decide what it is.
See, here's
Pick who you want as your GM. You pick who you want as your GM, and they each have their own personality in the way that they pick the matches. Like Paul Heyman would be more hardcore, Jim Cornette would be more old school, Vince McMahon would be pretty much everything. You know what I mean? It'd be like having a cruiserweight, heavyweight, and a super heavyweight, and they'd all have their own different thing, and you know what kind of you could base your universe around your owner. You know, Jim Cornette would be more old school, Paul Heyman would be old school, but with hardcore flavor. Vince McMahon will be all of them. Bischoff will be like, you know, he could do random things where he randomly gives away what happened on other shows even though they don't exist, just for shits and giggles. You know, I mean, or you could just do it yourself and everybody will hate you and wanna have, because I think to have that would make the game last longer, because then you could have wrestlers in different people could you could have 7, 10, 15, 20 friends that are in the organization, and they each have their own little one with different ones, and then you could have different. You might have a championship in this one, championship in that one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be cool. And then I think what would really be cool, and everybody could totally agree with this, that if you created like Dre Pro Wrestling or something, you could take your heavyweight title and come into my organization and challenge my guy. And if you beat my guy, you could take my title to yours, and I have to go to your universe to get it back. Make it to where the titles actually stick their license to that wrestler, where they go wherever the wrestler is that won it. And then that would be cool. You have cross promotion, like, yeah, there are 3 different ones. You could have invasions from different organizations. See, that with a subscription would be awesome. That would be totally worth it if you had that. That would cause a lot of drama. You know, you could pick, when you pick your guy, you could pick which belts he wants to come out with, and you can have up to like 3, 4 belts at a time, one over each shoulder, one around his waist, 2 around his waist, and 1 on each hand. Be like, I conquered everybody's universe. You know, that would be fun.
Well, I would say it like
awesome.
this. I would say like this. I would just want it to where it's a universe, you know, where stuff is constantly going on, where there's rivalries happening, where, let's say, you know, you're booked in the match and somebody come out and attack you and you don't even get to wrestle. Like, you just
exactly,
like,
where you can
get
get fucked without even getting kissed first. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where it's like, what the hell happened? Oh, and you get so angry you want to smash it, but then you keep playing it. That will keep people in. And with the subscription, have where people come in, just add more arenas. When new pay-per-views come out, you automatically get the new pay-per-view arena, and they got to make the arenas a little bit better.
They're never
lame.
They don't change. That's WWE.
They need to change.
WWE games can't do anything
the way it is.
The WWE games can't do anything with that. WWE has to choose to do that.
Well, my point is, I'm talking about the way it's set up in the game. Like have different types. Mean? Like, I don't know.
Like
have
arena?
like a bingo parlor. Have a bingo parlor where it doesn't have to be a hardcore match where you could go up on top of the balcony and jump on a guy, set up a table, go backstage in a locker room and just
open up the arena. Open it up like they used to do on like Here Comes the Pain and Shut Your Mouth. Open it up like that. Okay.
Yeah. I could put you through the sign. I could put you through the sign or throw you
off
the balcony.
We're not throwing them off no building on Times Square though. We're hopping off no helicopters, right? We're not doing that.
No.
Or snowball
But see,
fights.
that would be yeah. But to see, that would be cool, because then it would give you more control, and then it'd be like, all right, the next match, and then, you know, have it where you can have, if it's dedicated servers too, have it where you can have people. And this is a feature I've always wanted, even, and this I would like in sports games as well, and people might agree. There should be, if you're going to have a subscription for a sports game, I want to be able to see you playing a video game, playing a basketball game against, like, I don't know, DZ, the realist. You guys are playing against each other, right? And I want to be able to, like, where you're one guy and only that one guy, and he's only one guy, and it has that option. And then I could actually go into the arena, find my way through the arena, and I could get, like, a front row seat, and I could sit there and go, yeah.
I don't know if you want to do, what you mean, like, spectate? It should have a spectate option. But
where I could take you create your character, and your character could be in street clothes, and you look just like all the other people in the crowd, and you could just kind of walk around and watch from different angles, and then I could sit wherever I want. I could be in the box and be like me and Black and I don't know, kid from Florida. We could be in the thing talking, going, yeah, watch it down below, you know, playing cards, watching the game. Make it like an experience as if you're actually at the arena. See that you pay a subscription for? Forget the drama. Have it where we could actually feel like we're actually at the arena, whether it be hockey, baseball, soccer, you know, this, and where we can. And you'll be laughing your ass off because you'll be running back and forth in the court, and you see me and Kid chasing each other in the crowd, you know, and it'd be funny, you know, it'd be like, and you can set the settings for that. To me, I think that would be really cool. To be able to sit there and watch your friend's game and pick the spot. I want to sit courtside. Hey, what's up, Jack Nicholson? You know, and just be able to play it and just watch the game, you know, and it'd be part of the drama. See, that would be a good selling point. Be part of the drama and watch the game as it happens, you know? Or hell, even if we wanted to put it on automatic, where we wanted to have my team versus your team, or it's a Monday night game, and it's the Bulls versus Cleveland, right? LeBron James went to the Bulls. What? And now he's going to take on Cleveland. We want to see that before or the next after it happens, whatever, and we'll have that updated commentary, and me and you could actually sit courtside, or we could sit wherever we want in the arena, and we can sit there and actually sit there and talk like we're talking now.
Yeah, okay, now you're going into but now you're going into like where it's just like you're not even playing, you're just like watching, and it's like, I don't know how many people, I mean, I think people would like that, but I don't know how many people would really be like, oh, let me go on just to watch other people. Like, I don't know if that's gonna work too much.
No, but I think with wrestling it would be cool too if I could go into the arena and watch your league. Like you guys, like, oh man, our universe is so sick. We can't intervene, but we can watch it and we can hear it. And we can hear you guys either being a party, or we could hear you guys talking to each other out in the arena while you're wrestling, and we can sit in the crowd and be like, yeah, you know, and just be able to just stand there and watch it from wherever we want. That would be fun to have our little character, or have it where or if it's too much distracting, have it where it's what do you call it? Which I think would be cool if you saw us in the thing. We couldn't come through the barricade, but we got to run along the sides and watch you guys. That would be cool as shit from like a real fan's perspective. That would be fun. I'd be like, man, I heard your Ring of Honor is actually pretty good. You got you got status. You got all these guys. These guys are really sick. I want to see, and I watch it, and I can laugh, and I can enjoy it, and I don't even have to really play. People will buy the game just to watch that too. That's like getting something WWE's not giving to us. You know, me and DZ would be like,
but we have a question.
We'd be like watching it, like, yeah. He looks, I don't even want to comment on it. I don't want to comment. He looks like a giant black figure from fucking South Park. He needs to be on South Park. He looks stupid. Get rid of that headband. Like, what the hell is that? He puts his arms out. Yeah, I'm sweating. Wow. Like, he just looks stupid. He does. What's with the headband? What, does it not come off his head? And dude, he messed up on that press. He couldn't even lift him up, man. He couldn't even. Who was it? Miz? He couldn't lift the Miz up. He almost dropped him.
Yeah, I mean,
second match back, he bust.
No, it's.
Dude, Bobby Lashley's a beast.
Yeah,
if you can't lift him. Time to go, bro.
No, because if somebody's like squirming or shaking or something, like how you gonna sit there and just hold them up?
Well, I don't know. Braun Strowman just grabs you, you shake, he throws your ass. Like,
well, I'll answer on my question for DZ. It's extra regular, nothing. He's wearing a headband. Like there's nothing to it. It's very basic.
Why?
I mean,
why?
It is what it is.
Maybe he's got a sweating problem. Maybe he's got a sweating problem. Maybe he's trying out for an Old Spice commercial.
Really?
Maybe he's trying out for it. What? Put him on a horse with his arms out and his headband on. Old Spice, baby.
Yes, that's what he's trying to go for, Old Spice. That's exactly what's supposed to be happening right now.
It
He's
is.
going to take
It
Terry
is.
Crews' job, and he's going to be on the Old Spice commercials yelling.
Yeah, he's gonna eat Terry Crews. He's bigger than Terry Crews.
Yeah, you know Terry Crews used to play football, right?
Yeah, he used to play in that stupid thing that Turner
He was in
started.
WCW.
That's how he got his acting. Yeah, I know. He did that Gladiator, that
Yeah, he was Team Money.
type thing.
That show was the toughest. What was it called? What was that show called that he was in? Oh my goodness, he was Team Money. He used to come out with like an entourage. He had like a fake gold chain with a money sign on it. Yeah, it was so trash. I remember that the Steiners was on there, or I think it was Rick Steiner maybe that was on it. Oh my goodness, yo! I remember I used to watch that like oh my god, they was on Nitro. Like it got to that point where they were on.
Do you know
Nitro.
what I want to see?
What's that?
I want to see him in the Royal Rumble. I want to see him in the Royal Rumble.
You bugging.
I want him to come in at number 30
You're
and
bugging.
eliminate everybody.
You're bugging.
No, eliminate everybody and have a microphone. Have neon little light things break them, or have a girl bring those neon things to ring, give him a whistle, and have him go and do the dance thing. Man, I would be in tears laughing my ass off. I'll be like, now WWE is officially extra regular.
Okay.
Why not? You put the belt on David Arnett. I mean, come on, or Arquette. Yeah, I mean, shit, it's even worse. But yeah, no. As far as games go, though, I really think that if you put it where we can spectate, where we can have the computer decide whatever, because then it's not going to be, like you say, regular, extra regular. It's not going to be the same thing over and over. You know, you can have like even Matt Baker as your champion, whoever he is, and you know you can like.
Who did you just make up a name?
He keeps asking. You know who Matt Baker is? I don't know. He's a baker named Matt. But the thing is, though, if you have that and a computer have the option, you would find more people would say, you know what, I want the computer to do it, and have the computer be able to simulate many different scenarios. You know, and have guys where you're getting a guy and your guy randomly gets hurt, and the computer basically says, like, your guy goes through like, I don't know, 20, 30 different hardcore matches, and it says, all right, his body's got to go. This guy's out for 6 months, and then he can't be there for 6 months of the game, and he's still on injured reserve like Madden. That shit would be awesome, because that's one thing Madden did that pisses me off. You can't play. I can't play you online with a player. If that guy's hurt in real life, I can't use him in the game. Dude,
that's real life.
Game. It's not real life.
No, wait a minute. Whoa.
But it's not real life.
You literally just said, no, you literally just made a point not 20 minutes ago to sit there and say that I want to update every single month. No, exactly. That's what the computer does. They're going to do that. They're going to make those updates that you said you want.
What happens if... Okay. What happens if you started this organization, it's so good, and you're using Bobby Lashley, suddenly Bobby Lashley I don't know, they try to do the Owen Hart thing with Bobby Lashley in the game or something, and he gets run over by a truck and he dies.
Never gonna
no longer use him in the arena, and that's it. Or if he dies in real life. That's what I'm saying. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. That's just stupid.
They're not gonna take somebody out of the game because they died, Joe. They're not going to do that.
Here's my point. That's my point. It's like when it comes to Madden, I'm playing you, okay? My team sucks balls. They can't move up in the draft to get Baker Mayfield. Not Matt Baker, Baker Mayfield. And they don't even do that shit, dude. Like, come on. But in the game, they're going to tell me who I can and can't fucking use when they're in the game. Oh, he's out. Oh.
They're injured. What do you want? It's the roster update.
But I'm playing you.
You got to take the good with so what? You got to take the good with the bad.
Football sacks, man. But there should be the option where you should allow to do that.
I think they have an option for that. Where you play up? No, you
that's
can't.
Only offline. That's offline.
Oh.
But online, you should have the option.
You fresh out of luck.
That's the option. Yeah, just like, you know, I'll take Matt Baker and I'll run roughshod on your organization, brother, and I will be the champion. You know, I'll come out with a dress, lipstick on my mouth and on my butt, and then you'd be like, "What? You're the champion?" I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm the sexy champion," and then, you know, I would run your shit. Right, Matt? That's what you do? I don't know. Matt?
All right, but what about?
Oh, anyway.
Yeah. You just went on a ramble. You just went on a ramble. Okay.
Well, that's the whole point. You make a game like that with those features. That's worth subscription. That type of game is worth a subscription because it's a game that will never end. And only put a new game where you actually have to buy the physical copy, like once every 3 years. and then make it so that you could actually keep everything that's in there, superstars and all, and keep that offline where you don't have to be online to play it. You could play it. You could have it 30 years from now. You could pop it in, be like, yeah, I love this game. I got all these guys. I remember a time back then. You know what I mean? Make the game importable where even if they don't, like if they don't have a like here's the thing, save money. Make the guys like they tried what they did with the Legends of WrestleMania. What a flounder. Make it where you can import wrestlers from last year into this game. That would save them so much money, dude. $5 a month subscription, but have it where you can import wrestlers from last game and the game before and the game before. Make the game the same. Stop trying to change it like, oh, this time you could do high fives in the middle of a match, just like you're banging a girl from HN. High five. No. Have it where the gameplay is always the same and just update the rosters constantly. I mean, because it's like a copy and paste, but have the universe mode. Make the universe mode better because that's online universe mode. Make that better, and then this way, like they only have to pay the wrestlers once because people could keep using it the next year because they could keep importing them. They got paid. They're in the game for so many whatever, and they got paid for the year.
All right,
and that's it.
But can we speak about the passing of Bruno Sammartino though?
Yeah, I just saw that. Like watching NXT, that's sad.
Yeah,
I mean, the guy lived a long time.
Yeah, he did. So he's been through a lot. He lived a good life. Wish I can, I want to get up to that age and be
I know
healthy.
I'm older than you. I know I'm older than you by like 10, 12 years. But have you noticed now how like your childhood is dying on you? How everybody's going?
Yeah, I mean
People
that happens.
or just everybody's. Yeah, but isn't it fucked up how it's happening? And you're experiencing it. It's one thing to hear it, but then to experience. Like I told you, when you hit your 30s, you're gonna start getting tired of this and this. Man, you got sick. You were out for like 3 weeks. You were all, and everything is just like, wow. It's tough, man.
It is what it is. Yeah, getting old, you gotta really start like taking care of yourself. That's one thing that I do say to people, like, because I'm telling you, your body will trade on you. Like in your 20s, you can sit there, do whatever you want, stay out late, do that. When you hit your 30s, your body is like, you are trash, I'm trash, we going out together. That's basically what your body does to you. But yeah, like, one thing that I do find like crazy is just like the amount of people that like go every year. It's like this person, that person, this person, that person. And it's always in bunches. Like, that's the craziest thing to me, like how people go in bunches, yo. Like, somebody else died too. I forgot who it was. I don't even know who it was, to be honest, but somebody else did. Bush, Mrs. Bush, the first lady from back in the early 90s, she died. She died too.
I thought she'd been dead.
No, she just died. She just died, yeah. So that, like, yo, people are dropping, man. But they're wild old though. Like, she was like in her 80s or something, and so was Bruno. So it's like, if people are in their 80s and they go, I can understand that. That's acceptable because you're old. You're up there. You know what I'm saying? If you can't move around like you used to or live life, as normally as possible, or like 70% normal, I would say it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would think that it's about that time. That's just my opinion.
Well, here's the funny thing. They're like, oh, she was chucking it up and had a glass in her hand with bourbon in it. Oh, okay, so all the Bushes are gonna die with a weed in one hand and alcohol in the other. Oh, okay. Like, why would you say that? They said that on the news. Like, oh, well, her family said that she asked for her bourbon when telling jokes the night before she died. Like, okay.
I mean, if you about to go, enjoy it. That's the one thing that I can't say. If you're about to go, enjoy it. Like, don't sit there and be stressed.
Oh yeah, but
like, just enjoy it. Plus, you are old. Once again, when you get to that certain
don't tell
age,
everybody about it.
So what? I'm gonna go.
Drunk.
Like, honestly, if I'm about to go,
it's 900 years old.
Listen, if I'm about to go, I'm about to. I don't know. I might do something stupid. I don't know, but I'm wild old. Like, I might want to just be comfortable.
Yeah, right, Mr. Conservative. I wouldn't be surprised if you don't become president.
I wouldn't do anything.
Yeah. Hi, I'm the shortest president in history.
What up?
I'm Dre41. I mean, Andre Marshall. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Wow, is that what we're doing, Justin DeCoso? Sheesh.
Yeah, Justin DeCoso.
Dang, that's what we're doing? Sheesh, you gotta relax.
Hey, man. Hey, that's okay, man. Unlike you, I don't have pictures of me on the internet, except for Facebook. But nobody can look at it because it's locked. But anyway. But no, yeah. I mean, and what about Paige? Like,
What, being the
Paige, like,
GM?
get rid of her.
No,
Does
no,
she
no.
have
Keep
a
it.
career
Keep
ending, or
it.
are they just gonna play off of Daniel Bryan and bring her
Um,
back in 3 years?
it might be career ending, but it might be something that she could work on. I mean, she's young. She's in what, her mid-20s, so you never know. They might be able to bring her back.
Every time I look at her, I think of skanky porn. She's just something about her. She's so overcooked. Like, ugh. Like, get rid of her. Like, uh, oh, and then she's trying to be funny, like going holla holla like that. Like, now I don't even want to watch SmackDown. Like, so I'm like, hey, this is pretty good. Like, no, really, man. It's terrible, terrible. I don't know. Maybe
Listen,
it's me.
it is what it is with that.
But the shakeup. How boo do you think the shakeup is?
Shakeup wasn't that great. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Like, it wasn't nothing too big. Um,
I think they need to take some of the people like Breeze Dango or Dangle Breeze Ho or whatever they call themselves, and just they need to just let him be who he was on the Indians, yeah, on the Indies. Let Breeze be who he really was, because being funny, it's not funny. It's boring. Even a New Day, Lisa, my girlfriend, said she was watching. She goes, "Really, midgets dressed up like pancakes?" And then I listened to Jim Cornette the next day, and he even said, "Why? It's so stupid. They kill time when they can be having matches and doing things. Just like when they like, okay, now you have Big Cass. Big Cass went to SmackDown. Wouldn't it made way more sense to put him with Braun Strowman to be the tag
no,
champs? Dude,
no,
Jim Cornette.
no.
Jim Cornette even said it. Jim Cornette said that they just took everything that Sheamus and Cesaro did, and just crapped all over them. They're a great tag team. They put them together. They're doing so well, and they do that to them. He loses to one guy and a kid. I can see one guy, but a kid, and it really nullifies everything that they've done. It really does. I
I
would have put
don't
Big Cass
know.
with them.
I can't agree with that. I can't. I can't agree with that. I think that the shakeup should be a situation where they're trying to showcase their athletes better. I think putting Big Cass on SmackDown, it wouldn't have mattered because he's a single wrestler now. It's not like he's going to be with Enzo, so it just is what it is
Yeah.
when it boils down to him.
Yeah, but think about him. They could have had him and Braun Strowman win the titles and never get beat to where they go, man. When next year's shakeup comes, and they just go, man. You know what? What? It's been fun, bro. Yeah, we're getting traded, and split them up and say, and they could just relinquish the belt. Say, you know what? Let's just relinquish. No one could beat us, and then have like three tag teams try to beat them in one night, and they still beat them. And this way, it'll keep them strong, keep them sturdy, keep them from getting the heavyweight title, U.S. title, or Intercontinental too soon. And then this way, you know what I mean? It would make it last longer. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's what I think. And then they could go their separate ways and be singles, because Braun Strowman is still young. Him to last long. Cass could use someone big on his side to make him look
I don't think
unbelievably.
no.
And then
Two
they could
big
both
guys
win the
is
title at the
tag.
same time on different
No,
shows. No, they
no.
could
I'm
win the title
sorry.
at the
I
same
can't agree
time the
with
next
that.
year and then go against each other.
I can't agree
I
with
think that
that.
would be cool. I
I
don't know,
can't.
man. I mean, because one of them's gonna flounder. It ain't gonna be Strowman. Telling you, Cass already has a knee injury. He can't. He needs someone to help him for a while. He can't be doing all this stuff. He's gonna take on Daniel Bryan, a guy who just gets out of injury and a guy that just comes back, and they're gonna start a feud with each other.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Daniel Bryan's Daniel Bryan's gonna dive out the ring. He's gonna have to catch him, and his knee's gonna blow again, and he's gone another 8 months. I don't know. I just I listen to a lot of Jim Cornette lately, and I listen to a lot of his thoughts about how they're doing, what they're doing to wrestling, and how they're not really, how they're kind of ruining it. Really,
They're
they
not.
really are.
No. Don't say
Yeah.
that they're ruining it.
They're ruining
Because
it,
you see
man.
what you're basing this solely off of, and people, just for y'all listening, when he says that they're ruining wrestling, he only watches WWE. So he's talking about WWE Raw. That's it.
And why
He's
do you
not.
think? Why do you? Why? I've told you a million times, and you keep going back to about this. The reason I watch WWE is because I don't want to see Shinsuke. If I already seen Shinsuke versus AJ, I've been watching WWE since I was like 6, 7 years old. I've been watching it for 30, almost 30 some odd years. Look, if I see them and then I see them wrestling in Japan or this or this, I see these guys wrestle these guys, this guy versus this guy, this. They're no longer dream matches to me. Why, whenever they come onto the thing, that's when I take a cookie or toilet break, because why do I want to see it twice? It doesn't make it any more special. They're trying to capitalize on people who haven't
But
seen
you're
it. So
trying to
why am I going to
see
watch
it
the indies and then watch it
before.
again later?
But you're trying to see it
Why watch it again
see
later?
them grow into like the superstar. It's like okay, you enjoy watching Okay, like you enjoy watching AJ Styles. Like you could have seen that when he was in like early TNA and seen
Yeah, that
him
makes
make
sense.
it there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like the stuff he does now, he did way more back then, and then you get to enjoy it. But it's like, yo, I was watching this since I was younger. Just like how you say you were just watching WWE since you were a kid. Like so was I. But you know, you start seeing other things, and that's why I was so surprised when AJ went there because it was like, yo, I seen him like be great elsewhere, and always said, "Yo, it'd be so tough if he went to WWE. It'd
Yeah,
be
but it
so
took him
tough
a
if you."
long. It took him a
It
long
did,
time.
but it's
He couldn't
still.
cut. He couldn't cut
But
promos. PD Williams was saying how he was saying how Scott Steiner used to flip out all the time, and Vince Russo had to kick him out of the back when they were doing promos. They had to keep doing takes, and he's like, "What does this fucking guy not get? Why he can't cut a fucking promo? He can't remember his lines? Oh my god!"
well, Scott Steiner's crazy, so I mean,
Well, no, but
you have to expect
that's what's funny is he said that. But see, he said that's what's funny is because when Scott Steiner got up there, he said something about it. He goes, "Yeah, when I get you," he goes, "I'm gonna fuck you in the ass." He's like, "Wait, who wrote that?" They're like, "I didn't write it." He goes, "Look right there." And he goes, "Oh." And he goes, "It was called Scott Steiner versus the English language."
Oh boy.
They said he's like out of his mind. But I don't know. He just says that like he couldn't cut promos. It took him a while. And honestly, dude, it's all gonna end up in WWE. Just like everybody in Ring of Honor who's wrestled Indies, not TNA, that's been at Ring of Honor that they've put a strap on, is practically already in WWE. So it's like I'm gonna see these matches anyway. Why am I gonna watch? But then why am I gonna watch it twice? And they're rushing them. It's like build them up. Like Shinsuke and AJ should have happened maybe next year. Shinsuke's there for like 3-4 months, wins the Royal Rumble, then loses. Didn't like the heel turn though. The heel turn was very good, but
Well,
I'm on next one.
I would say this. Like you just got to watch the story of them growing. You can't sit there and just say I'll wait for them to get there because you never know if they're going to get there.
No, I watched AJ, but other people in Japan. I'm not going to watch other stuff just to see them get watered down at WWE. I mean, WWE is what I watch, and it's like that's another heartbreak. It's seeing a guy do so good, like War Machine. They're War Raiders. What is it, a 1980s video game?
No, that's fine. That name, it's fine. It's fine. That name is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it.
Honestly, I'm not really impressed. I'm not really impressed.
Breeze Dango sounds terrible, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that's a waste of talent. You guys are really good. Wasted.
But you know, I don't know. It is what it is, though.
But that's the thing. Who else is any news on anybody else coming in back or anything, or like James Storm? You think he's coming back? Like I'm surprised. Like 'cause Bobby Roode's on Raw now, so James Storm could be coming back.
Well, we'll see what happens with that. Maybe.
I mean, that's kind of like.
Maybe he'll show back up. You never know. I mean,
that name is ass.
You gotta
right. War Raiders. I got on my Xbox this morning and I was looking for my video game War Raiders. And I'm like, wait, no, it's a tag team. It's gonna probably not make it past NXT.
We're coming up on an hour.
Yo, what's your thoughts on Saturday going to SmackDown?
It's fine, but they don't have Nikki Cross with them, and that's the issue. Other than that, it's fine. I have no issue with it.
Maybe they'll shoot their surprise.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
She's not on Raw.
No, but we'll see what happens with that because
I think so.
I don't know. I don't know honestly if it's. I don't know. It just seems weird for them to promote just the three of them. I don't know. It just seems very strange that they do that. I would rather them like showcase all four of them because it brings so much more to it. I don't know. It just seems weird. It honestly seems weird. Like I would want them to invest in all of them and not just three because like here's my issue is it's like you bring a group up there and if you don't have big plans, keep them where they're at. Like do not sit there and bring them up there for nothing. It just doesn't make sense. Yes, it's more exposure and more people are going to see them, but if there's not no grand plan to the whole thing, then it's pointless. That's how I honestly feel about it. It just doesn't make sense to sit there and invest and bringing them up. And it's like, okay, now we got more people here. And of course they're going to do their spring cleaning. That's automatic. That we already know we're going to get some future endeavor. But don't bring those people up if there's nothing to do with them. It just doesn't make sense.
No, news got out because Bray Wyatt said something, and then Matt Hardy asked him, and he said no. They're still talking about Bray Wyatt. When he does turn on Matt Hardy, he's going to become the new leader of Sanity. So
that'd be whack. That would be so trash. That would be so
I don't know why
trash.
they
I
didn't.
would hate that.
Why didn't they put him on SmackDown? Why did they put him? They didn't do anything with him on Raw. They did nothing.
Who?
Put him
Who?
on SmackDown. They gave him the title. Bray Wyatt. They gave him the title last year or the year
Not, oh
before on
no, no, no.
SmackDown. Put
Listen,
him on
they're not because right now,
Bludgeons.
as long as Lesnar is a champ. No, actually, here's the funny thing.
Lesnar's gonna drop it.
Yeah, he will. But that
That's
tag
so
team is really
dumb.
working. Like that team is really working. So I don't think that's gonna end anytime soon. But with
Well,
Bray,
they
I
said
think.
that.
Go ahead.
Well, they were talking. Jim Cornette was talking about how they wasted a guy who's great doing promos and stuff, and to get rid of him or to do what they're doing, they killed his gimmick. Like that's why they did the whole deletion
Well, no, yeah,
matches
put him
because
with Matt. I
they
mean, that'll get him over. I mean, because I'd rather see him win in a team than lose solo because that's basically what was happening on a regular basis. He was just losing on a regular basis, and it's like, so
that's because
what
he's
if there
better
are
with
any
people.
stories behind? No, that's not even true. If he had such a great character, it's like keep that on a winning streak because people still care. It's like even with Dolph, they sit there and they bury him to the dirt, but people still gravitate towards him because he's a good competitor. But I mean, we have
Well,
to
that
see what happens with that because I hope for the best for Bray because he's a former champion. You know what I'm saying? Like I would hope that they say, okay, it's just not going to be a one and done sort of deal. You know what I'm saying? Like it only benefits them because people still enjoy it. Like look at his entrance. If people didn't care, they wouldn't turn on their phones and have like the Firefly thing. They wouldn't care. They wouldn't do it.
that's why they need. That's why they need to split other and just have two shows, have another show that continues on the network only. That's how you get viewers because people will tune in. Because really, honestly, $10 a month is nothing. I mean, it really is. And it's when it comes to it, it's like they don't like. He doesn't understand why. He goes, Roman Reigns cuts great promos, and one guy was
No,
saying
no, he
how he saw
doesn't.
him
No, he
at
doesn't.
no. The one guy said he saw him at WWE 2K, the game doing it, and him.
Well, are you an actual in-ring performer? Like you asking to join the universe? Like I'm trying to understand. Like, are you an actual performer in the ring, or what's going on with that? But no, go ahead.
How he can cut a promo and how there's a lot of guys. I forget who it was he was talking with. They said there's a lot of guys who really can cut promos, but WWE's not letting them, and so they have to do scripts. And Roman Reigns.
Wait a minute, on a little bit long now. I don't want it to be a situation where it just cuts off. Let's just cut it short for now because it's kind of acting up. Well, we'll do another one again. We'll shoot for what tomorrow, same time.
Yeah, I'll be here.
All right, cool. So, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment if you haven't already, and we'll catch you on the next one. Adios.